Hi guys, welcome back to another video. And first one sec. And this time it's quite an interesting topic we're going to talk about. We're going to be talking about biblical love, or love in general. I have no idea what I'm going to name this video yet, or this whatever you want to call it yet. This discussion yet. But it's along the lines of biblical love, Okay, so this is, I think, one of the most easily one of the most tough things to write about, I guess, and it's one of the hardest things that I could come up with. Why? Because it talks about love, and love is such a complex emotion, and love is so different, and love is so vastly different from everybody else and everybody's interpretation of it. So why am I doing this anyways? Well, I guess after being a Christian for so long, I started to find some differences in what biblical love is like, and what mainstream love is like, and what romantic love is like, what is kind of love. And I consolidated them in these findings, which I'm going to tell you soon. So stay on, please. And I think it's a very subjective thing. After I read through my script, okay, full disclosure, after I read through my script, after writing about this topic, I found that it's something that I really believe, but at the same time, it may be hard to understand. So if you really don't get it, feel free to text me, comment down below, do whatever. Because I'm just a teenager. I also don't get it right all the time. And this is what I know for now, in my limited understanding of what love is, from the Bible, from my favorite A6 black book, what my limited understanding is. After reading that, so just don't feel so constricted, if you don't understand what I'm saying, or don't feel confused. If you're confused, please let me know. Okay, so now talking about biblical love. What is biblical love? It's love from the Bible. Duh, right? Much more than that. I'm sure you've heard people in church, or maybe your friends or whoever, say something like, Jesus is the bridegroom and we are the bride, and you're in a relationship with Jesus, or you have to love Jesus as though you love your spouse, and that sounds really weird. What in the world is this religion exactly? Why are we saying that why are we saying that a dude that existed 2,000 years ago is my bridegroom and I'm the bride? Two things. As a dude, when I hear this, it sounds weird, because shouldn't I be the bridegroom? But whatever. And when I was Sec 1, when I heard one pastor, when she was so passionate about this topic, and she started off her sermon with saying, how many of you are willing to be married to Jesus and let him be the bridegroom while you are the promised bride, all these kind of things. I think the pastor had really good intentions and expected everyone to raise their hand. I don't know why, but I expected everyone to raise their hand. But then there were just some awkward giggles, here and there. And a few hands raised, a few shy hands raised. And I think the pastor was trying to coax us to raise up more hands. So she said, so few you all don't want to let Jesus be the bridegroom. And I sat there in my seat like this. What a freaking weird experience it has been, man. As a Sec 1 kid hearing this, going to youth ministry for I guess one of the first few times hearing this topic, it weirded me out. Okay, it really weirded me out. Low-key felt like I was being indoctrinated, But no, okay. As I grew older, I understood where she was coming from. And maybe you might have this experience before in church, or you might have heard it from someone and thought, what a bunch of weird people who believe such weird things, man. You, my friend, very much like me, until I started to research and search about it, in this, I guess, this video that I'm about to tell you. Okay, full disclosure, I've never dated anyone before. I'm single like a Pringle, you know. Why? I don't know why. It's another topic for another day, or maybe I'm just a loner. You know, who knows? So I really can't tell you a first-hand experience of what romantic love is like between two physical people. But I can sort of guess and estimate what it's like, because I've researched about it, because I've watched enough K-dramas, watched enough rom-coms, asked enough people, interviewed enough people, read enough books, read enough Romeo and Juliet, shout out to secondary school literature, to know what it's like. No lah, I'm just joking. But I think I know lah, okay? Okay, so Jesus, bridegroom. There are a bunch of places, actually there are a lot of places, where the Bible talks about Jesus and the bridegroom and the bride, and we are the bride, etc, etc, etc. Most of it is metaphorical for good reasons, but sometimes they take this analogy a step further by comparing how a bride and the bridegroom are wedded to each other for life. Just like how Christ and the church are wedded to each other for life too. Yeah, so okay, slow down. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 25 to 27, which is one of the many verses that talks about this. It talks about how within marriage, a husband should emulate the love of Christ shown to the church, to their wives, okay, so by extension, Christ is given the title of husband and the church is given the title of wives. Therefore, it's one of these many analogies in the Bible that talks about how Christ is the bridegroom and how we, the church, is the bride, and how Jesus is like marrying the church, by coming to earth. I don't fully understand what it means also, but in my understanding, it means that Christ has to die for the church because he loves the church so much. That's why he came down for us. Understand so far? If you don't, pause the video, or I don't know, write in the comments, DM me or something. I may very well explain to you, or let someone explain to you, But yeah, so I can say how Christ and Jesus is described as the bridegroom for the church, and we are the bride, and he is the perfect lover. I can safely say and emulate perfect love from the perfect lover. You know what I'm saying? Like if Christ is the perfect lover, if Christ is the perfect lover, then he will demonstrate perfect love, right? So by that logic, I can just emulate the perfect love from the perfect lover by copying whatever he does. True, right? So that's cool, something I learned. But then again, love is such a complex emotion, that sometimes I just wonder why, Jesus doesn't get into a relationship, and show us how it's done. Why doesn't he get together with a girl in his time on earth? You know what I mean? Like, why doesn't our homeboy show us how it's done? Like come on, think about it. If he's the perfect lover, shouldn't he show us what perfect love is like? Like, boom, perfect love with another human being that is like. That's what I'm trying to say. I could just straight up copy his model answer if he did that. And if that's what perfect love is all about, so easy. I can just copy whatever he says, copy whatever he does, be romantic in these areas, be not romantic in these areas, and then I can, it's like a cheat code to life, I feel. Granted, there are spiritual repercussions, but humor me and level with me for a while, okay? Suspend your disbelief for a while. But then I forget, after researching this for a while, after seeing this and understanding this whole entire thing for a while, I guess, I forget what he did show me what perfect love is like. He did show me what perfect love is like, and all because of his perfect love for us, he ended up on a cross. He chose to forfeit the pleasures of the world or heaven and a longevity on earth, and comfort on earth or in heaven, in order to demonstrate what perfect love is all about to us. Yeah, boom. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, this is what Christ did, and it's pretty cool. And yeah, it just boggles my mind. Okay, how he really showed us what perfect love is like, by dying for us on the cross. Well, Jesus said there's no greater love than for one to lay down their life for their friends, which is in John chapter 15 verse 13. So I can say that Jesus did lay down his life for us. So by that, he's showing us, it's very loud, motorbike, but oh wells. He's showing us what ultimate love is like for another human being, which is, he always ends in ultimate sacrifice. And even Christ is still divine, and Christ is still God, he still calls us his friends, because he did lay down his life for us. Does that make sense? I don't know, but I think that just boggles my mind, that a God could call us his friends, and a God could die for us, even though I technically I may not personally know him, but now I do because of what he did on the cross. It's pretty cool stuff. So the big question is, are you willing to go as far as death? To go as far as forfeiting your own divinity with your God? To go as far as forfeiting your idea of what love is? To do the ultimate form and expression of love, which is laying down your life for your friends or your lover? Can you do that? Because honestly, if you ask me right now, I don't think I can lay down my life for someone else, which is quite crazy. Yeah. Wow, I like how the lighting, and just seeing the camera, how the lighting has changed so drastically. It's now very moody, and I like it for what I'm about to say. Because biblical love is unlike any other love found in your K-dramas or your rom-coms or your who's that? Or your rom-coms, and it's not romanticized. It's not like your monthly post. It's not baking breakfast for your partner. Biblical love takes the ultimate form of ultimate sacrifice. It shows that true love is not meant to be romantic, but rather is meant to be demonstrated in action. Sometimes we think love is all about, I don't know, like showing affection to someone else. True, to a certain extent, but it must be accompanied by demonstration in love. And the action is not like buying roses for your girlfriend or boyfriend. It's not, going out to eat dinner at a very nice restaurant. Even though yes, it's true, but ultimate form of biblical love is dying on the cross for you to have eternal life. An outward expression of nailing yourself onto your cross, going through sacrifices, pain, heartbreak, of rejection, and showing the world how much you love that person, even if it means losing everything that you hold dear to. Let me repeat that. Outward expression of love by nailing yourself to the cross, your own cross, going through the sacrifices, the pain, the heartbreak of rejection, and showing the world how much you love the person or the people, even though it means losing everything that you hold dear to. And that is the form of biblical love. This is very dark and hidden video. Oh no, we're going to continue. If I could do that, if I could lay down my life for anyone, not just my wife in the future, I think I can safely demonstrate the ultimate form of what biblical love is all about, and that anyone can show even, and which is agape love. If you're not aware of what agape love is all about, let me just do a quick refresher. In Greek, there are three kinds of love: filial love, which is brotherly love, and between two friends; eros, which is sexual love, like the word erotic, eros, so sexual love. And the last is agape, unconditional, despite everything, simply just because, that kind of love. So I think agape love is the most important and most expensive love out there, if I do say so myself. It's a love that will go through anything for you, for you as an individual. And I think that's what Christ demonstrated for us. That's why it's so significant. Why sometimes you may think why the dude dying on the cross, is so impactful for the Christians, because this is what ultimate form of love is like, dying for someone. And he didn't need to die, but he did anyways because he loves us. And love always leaves a mark, be it in the form of a broken heart, a broken spirit even, scars, physical scars on your arms, or anywhere in your body, or nail-pierced scars on one's wrist. If you don't know what I'm talking about Christ, because they nailed him on the cross, right? So it's a nail-pierced scars on his wrist. So yeah, it always leaves a mark. Love always leaves a mark. And I'm just starting to grasp the concept of this idea of love, of biblical love. Do I say that I know it wholeheartedly from my heart? Not true, I don't think so. But can I safely say that I sort of understand what is happening? I guess. And I always believe that the Bible demonstrates this kind of love. So this is what I kind of gathered from, it's like a drop in the ocean, okay? This, whatever I just said, is like a drop in the ocean. You can research it more for yourself. I may link some amazing content that I researched about in the description below. But these kind of things are so important, y'all. That I believe that you should go find out yourself, whether you're a believer or non-believer. You should understand why people are willing to go through extremes for someone, and how that is considered a form of biblical love. Yeah. So that's all for today. And I will see y'all soon next time. Wow, it's really dark. I think it's gonna rain next time. Yeah. Okay, so I'll see y'all soon. Bye. Bye.